Grease Boss grease removal unit is designed to remove most fat, oil or grease from the wastewater flowing out of the dishwashing sink. Councils insist on grease traps being installed so the fat, grease and oil does not block up sewage pipes. Once the unit is installed, check that the red light on the unit is blinking. This means it is operating correctly. If you have removed the lid for any reason and not placed the sensor lid over the sensor button, this will cause the red light to remain constant. To get the red light back to its blinking stage, press the red light and restart the program. If the red light remains unblinking after the restart, there is a fault and you need to refer to the operation manual to check what the fault might be. If you do not have an operation manual, contact a MacTrap. It is very important that you keep food and non-liquid waste out of the Grease Boss. Once the solid waste is in the unit, there is no way for this to get out. It means it will build up and reduce the effectiveness of the unit and eventually cause blockages. The easiest way to keep waste out is to install a non-removable sink filter. We recommend a non-removable filter because this prevents anyone taking it out and flushing food waste down the sink. We will take the lid off the Grease Boss so you can see how everything works, but normally it should be on. You do not have to take it off unless you want to clean the wiper blades. The wastewater from the sink flows in through the inlet and into the Grease Boss, which has a 2mm mesh filter basket. The filter basket sits above the water level and its mesh is small enough to catch coffee grinds, flour and small food particles which gets through the sink filter. The basket should be checked and if needed, removed daily and cleaned. To do this, open the filter door, remove the basket and scrape off the waste coating the basket into a waste container. Once this is done, you can occasionally put the basket through the dishwasher if the dishwasher is not connected to the Grease Boss. The wastewater with the fat, oil and grease flows over a series of baffles in the tank and the fat, oil and grease floats to the top. The Grease Boss is designed to remove this fat, oil and grease when the roller passes through the water with fat, oil and grease. The fat, oil and grease sticks to the roller and the water doesn't. It passes on through the outlet. A blade then scrapes off the fat, oil and grease into the container you have placed under the nozzle here. The roller is triggered by water temperature over 40 degrees C. There is a 2 kilowatt water heater in the unit which is programmed to start when the kitchen is not in use, usually around 2 AM. When the water reaches 40 C, the roller will start to work and remove the fat, oil and grease. The roller can also be triggered if hot water is poured down the sink. If this happens, the roller will come on and a green light will come on the control panel. This is a normal part of operation. You should also check for build-up of sludge on the wiper blades. This is very important if the dishwasher is plumbed into the Grease Boss. The dishwasher caustic can react with the food waste in the Grease Boss and create a brown sludge. Remove the top lid, lift off the wiper holder and scrape off any residue lying on top of the blade. You might also need to check the internal blade if there is any residue on that. The easiest way to clean this is with a long bottle brush. When you replace the lid, make sure the sensor tab is over the sensor button. To help keep the unit clean, we recommend occasionally filling a sink with warm water, then allowing this to run into the grease boss. This will help to flush it out. Some grease bosses have a pump out option. If you have this, it will be located below the outlet. If the unit has the pump out option, this can only be activated within 5 hours of the fat, oil and grease removal cycle being completed. As this is usually around 2 AM, the best time to do the pump out is first thing in the morning. The pump out can remove all the water in the unit, so it is important to make sure the tank is filled again with fresh water. We recommend that your grease boss is serviced twice a year. This will involve a commercial pump out which will clean out any residue formed at the bottom of the tank.